Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome to Unheard Voices of Crime, which is a sort of a puzzle detective game about solving crime as a psychic investigator, and, okay, this one's pretty bloody cool, actually. Okay, so, what you're looking at right now is a location where a crime is about to be committed. That's me in the blank down over there. I can just, click and move anywhere I want to, anytime I want to. Brilliant. However, I'm not here to prevent the crime being committed. In fact, I'm not actually here at all. All these people who are here, represented by the white circles, they can't see me, I can't interact with them because, as I say, I am in fact a psychic investigator from the future who's trying to solve this particular crime. And the way I do that is by getting to relive over and over 5 minutes before it's committed. Hence that time bar down at the bottom of the screen. And that does mean I very literally have control over time. I can move time back and forward as much as I want until ultimately, at the end of the 5 minutes, hang about. Right, that'll be the crime then. A bomb goes off in the lobby of the police station. So, because I'm not here, being a psychic projection from the future and all, I can't prevent this happening. Instead, I've got to figure out those questions down in the bottom right. Who brought the bomb into the station, who detonated the bomb, and who is Raven, presumably the mastermind behind this. However, being as I am a future ghost detective, that does mean there are certain, limitations on how far I can interact with the world. Very specifically, as you've probably guessed from the name Unheard, all I've got to work with is audio. Alright, when someone is standing somewhere, I'm aware that they're there, maybe I can, hear them breathing or whatever, and when they have conversations, I'll be able to tell who's talking, but I don't actually know who's who. So step 1 is IDing all these individuals. Anytime you want to, if you think you know who's who, you can just click on them and assign a name to them. Basically, yeah, step 1, figure out who's who. Step 2, figure out what's going on, if anyone's say, lying or got a mysterious agenda. And finally, step 3, yeah, start putting together what's going on with the bomb. But, okay, you know what? We've got 2 people standing right here next to each other in the front room. That logically means they're probably having a conversation. So this is probably a good starting point for starting to, figure out who's who.
Sergeant, may I please have my phones back?
Name?
Dwight.
Yeah, let me check.
And there we flipping go. Someone's just identified himself as Dwight.
Yeah, let me check here. Theft case, huh? No can do. Your phone's evidence in an ongoing case, so you'll have to follow procedure.
But they're mine. All right. What do I need to do?
Who told you to come here? Ask them to write you a release form.
An officer named Jessica. I need to go back to her.
Officer Schrader, you working the night shift tonight?
Okay, Officer Schrader. There we go, we've got one more name. So a few nice easy names to kick us off here.
Well, what a surprise. I don't even have to bust you, you still end up here. What do you do this?
And here's where things get a bit more complicated, which is there are multiple conversations happening simultaneously in multiple rooms. In fact, there's probably more going on elsewhere. Let's, actually get to grips with what's going on where. So, right. We've got 2 interrogation rooms. 2 people are currently engaged in interrogation right now, in fact. So, main office right over here. 1 conference room, 1 smaller side office, presumably whoever sits in here, they're going to be like chief of police or something. And then we've got ourselves 1 bathroom here, 1 bathroom here, presumably the gents, those must be urinals right there. Then we've got, yes, cells over here, 1 person in a cell, then no one else in any other cell. So, right, these are the various rooms. And at this point, yes, we could say follow Dwight into this sort of a direction, or we could stick with these 2. So, we'll stick with him for now.
Excuse me, officer. Sorry to have to bother you again.
Come on in.
Devil.
The desk sergeant wants a release form. Can you help? I'd really appreciate my things back.
No problem. I'm almost done. You're lucky you aren't being booked.
Okay, hang about. You might be Jessica, hang about. In fact, you know what? Let's go back to the start here and figure out what was going on in this interrogation room So okay, once you've got someone named, you can also follow them, which is much more convenient.
Are you done? It was just a phone! Guy didn't even want to press charges, but you brought me in anyway just to hit me with some outrageous fine for petty theft.
You broke the law.
What? Doesn't surprise me that you're a rookie. No one else would bat an eye at something like this on night patrol. You're wasting everybody's time.
I've had just about enough of you. Thankfully, you won't be my problem much longer. Somebody paid your ticket.
I'm in no hurry. Though can't say the same for the guy whose phone I pinched. He looked like a real complainer. Excuse me, officer. Sorry to have to bother you again.
Come on in.
Well, speak of the devil.
The desk sergeant wants a release form. Can you help? I'd really appreciate my things back.
No problem. I'm almost done. You're lucky you aren't being booked. But you still gotta fill this out.
No, for crying out loud. It's not like I went on a killing spree. There, ta-da, signed and dated. Can I leave now?
You two, we're going to reception.
Okay, so this will be the person that stole Dwight's phone. Dwight came to get it back and needs to go and speak to Jessica in order to get it. So we still don't know who this individual is, at least, you know, in terms of their name. So, okay, let's follow them.
Mickey, glad to see you.
Hang on. Mickey. We've got a Mickey. Interesting.
Officer, nice to meet ya. Name's Mickey. Mickey Ocean.
I'll take care of the paperwork, Schrader. Give this patient gentleman his phone.
Here, now beat it.
I lost 2 of these. There should be another one.
2 phones? You think you're Daddy Warbucks?
By the way, could you tell me where the bathroom is?
Inside, to your left.
Good evening, officer. So sorry for the trouble.
Okay, so we'll figure out what's going on over here in a second, but I feel like a Dwight we might want to keep an eye on, and he's presumably going to go to the bathroom, and if I had to guess, oh yeah, you are going fast. You're running, buddy. I think something's going on here. You're about to make a secret call, aren't you? I mean, that's where he just really needs the bathroom. I'm so sorry, you might just need the bathroom. I'm sorry, now I'm just loitering in the toilet. This suddenly got a bit weird. I'm sorry about this, Dwight. Oh, never mind. He is trying to make a call. But whoever he's trying to reach, he can't get through to them.
God damn it. Who are you calling at a time like this? Answer the fucking phone.
Now, that seems a bit on the suspicious side to me. Like, you know, potentially, Dwight's in the police station, making secret phone calls, etc., etc. And here we go, he's trying again. Only 2 minutes till bomb time. Okay, he's tried to call someone several times, but they're not picking up. Okay, 1 minute till bomb time. Still nothing. And he's given up. Jessica's speaking to someone in the cell. We'll come back to you later. So Dwight was trying to call someone, but couldn't get through. No one here.
Oops. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
You just stole that guy's phone. That was something else.
Something else? I'll show you something else. Look at me, Chip, and tell me, what's a phone to you, huh?
Oh. Okay, Dwight just left in a hurry. And Mickey, who I think also just addressed this person as Chip, apparently stole Dwight's phone. Now, by any chance, is the bomb supposed to have been remotely detonated by phone, and Mickey just took the phone, and is going to, by accident, cause a bomb to go off in about 40 seconds?
Look at me, Chip, and tell me, what's a phone to you, huh? This phone ain't worth squat if you're gonna just sell it. It's the mobile era now. A phone's more than just a phone, it's access. Access to the owner's... Ah, never mind. You're too stupid to understand all that. What did I tell you, huh? There's my money!
Damn, Mickey, you the man! I'm learning all sorts of new techniques tonight.
Go on then. Give it a try.
Okay, Dwight just came back. Possibly because, yes, he suddenly realised his phone's missing.
Hello, officer. Have you seen my phone?
Oh, you again? That's gotta be a record.
Yeah,
Why are you here?
seem to have misplaced it again.
Why do I get the feeling, yes, hang about, roll back here.
Go on then. Give it a try. We've got a phone right here.
I've got this. Huh. Weird. He's only got one number saved.
Who cares? Just dial it.
Oh, yeah. Right. I think we can now be pretty confident that we, yes, have stumbled across immediately one of the answers we need. So, go over to answer mode. Who detonated the bomb? It was Chip. But he didn't mean to. Okay. Even if Chip pushes the detonator, Dwight's phone was set up to trigger the bomb. That suggests whoever Dwight was attempting to call would be the Raven. For the time being... Hang about, let's just go back to it was 1:39 or thereabouts when Dwight walks away.
Didn't know any better.
Whatever, Mickey the sea monkey, was it? Did you bring money for his fine?
That I did. Right here.
I need your signature. And try to keep your buddy on a tighter leash.
Thanks a mil. I'll see you around.
Keep up the great work, rookie.
Tucker, Cassidy.
Hang on, we got multiple people here. Cassidy and... who was that first one? Was that Tucker? Right, a load of people have suddenly started showing up here. And by the sounds of it, yes, these are not police officers because they're friends of Mickey.
Burning the midnight oil, I see. And, wow, who do we have here?
Oh, shut up.
Never mind.
Who the hell's calling me at this time of night?
It's raining cats and dogs outside. Let me call us a cab. Just a sec. All right, should be here in a few minutes. Now, you gonna tell me what's going on?
Oh, hang on. Now, by any chance was... No. Why would Dwight be calling Mickey as the Raven just before Mickey stole Dwight's phone? Back in here, back a few seconds to the moment they stepped outside.
Never mind.
Who the hell's calling me at this time of night?
Oh. Tucker. Tucker might be the Raven if Dwight is trying to call the Raven.
Cassidy, take our friend here to the interrogation room. I've got to answer this.
On it.
You, phone, wallet, everything in your pockets on the desk.
Here's my phone. You want to pat me down, too?
We've got someone here, but we don't have an ID for them. 2.5 minutes in, they're about to be taken to, presumably, the other interrogation room. I'm more interested, however, in Tucker maybe receiving a call from Dwight, though Tucker would have to be, yes, not answering the phone, because Dwight never got through.
Tucker handled that already. Just let him in.
You'll get them back when you leave.
Doug? Just came back to bring Sting in.
Just came back to bring Sting in. Hang on, never mind, that's Cassie, now I'm in the wrong room. So, you, buddy, you might be Sting. And Tucker is not the person Dwight is calling because, yes, Dwight never spoke to anyone in the bathroom. So who are you speaking to, buddy?
No, we should talk now. I'll come find you.
Let's see who Tucker's trying to find at this point and what that can tell us about, yes, who's bringing in the bomb, because we still don't know where the bomb precisely was, though we could follow it backwards from 5 odd minutes in.
Yes, I'll take it from here.
But Captain Martin told me...
Like I said, I'll take it from here.
Understood.
Let's talk in my office.
Okay, Tucker's somewhat high up in the police force if this is his office.
Take a seat, please. Now, what the fuck are you doing here?
That idiot Blade hit a cop car, and that buffoon Martin arrested us. He's just trying to give us a hard time.
Martin's always been trouble. You think he heard something? Not that it matters. I've got everything under control. Picked up Sting and Kint to clear the way for you to take over.
Who'd have thought, huh? All three of us in the same police station. Those two behave?
Sting didn't even try to run.
Sounds just like that old fox. Kent?
Kint, he couldn't run even if he wanted to.
What do you mean by that?
I went to the Mountain Hotel earlier to case the place and found Kint in a VIP room. Sucker was already 3 sheets to the wind. Saw an opportunity, so I had him booked for public intoxication.
No shit.
Okay, hang about now just as a starting point here. Right at the start of this, we'll come back to that in a second, there was someone here. Someone who was already booked earlier. Well, that would suggest they'd already be in the cells, wouldn't it? So you, buddy, you're being marked as Kint, but I'm not 100% sure that I'm right with that. So bring time forward a bit here.
Saw an opportunity, so I had him booked for public intoxication.
No shit. Huh. Why'd Kent get there so early? You think the boss told him before the rest of us?
I didn't see anyone else there. What's your boss look like?
Ha! Nice try. Only us three have ever seen our boss in the flesh. He likes to keep a low profile, you know?
I wasn't trying to trick you. Just curious, is all.
Yeah, but something's off. I've seen Kent drink for years, yet I've never seen him drunk. Not even once.
Looked pretty sauce to me. Didn't even wake up on the ride over. Must have had himself a whole bottle. Or 5.
Yeah, well, this guessing game won't get us anywhere. You keep an eye on those two there, will you? We can't let anything go wrong now. I'm gonna go see the boss.
Okay, I'll see you out.
Still, the moment, yeah, we're still lacking in who's the Raven, aside from the boss of these three. Hang on. Rewind time a little bit. There was one interesting bit, which is you mentioned 3 people who'd been brought in. Sting, Kent, and who was the other?
Take a seat, please. Now, what the fuck are you doing here?
That idiot Blade hit a cop car, and that buffoon Martin arrested us.
Okay. Blade hit a cop car. And that buffoon Martin arrested us, though, oh. Okay. Could that possibly mean that, yes, this could be Blade instead of Kent? Because Martin arrested somebody, well, if he's been arrested, he'd be here too. Right, this might be Blade instead of Kent.
He's just trying to give us a hard time.
Martin's always been trouble. You think he heard something? Not that it matters. I've got everything under control. Picked up Sting and Kent to clear the way for you to take over.
Okay, picked up Sting and Kent. So, right. I'd say best we can do is probably look into Kent. So right now you're just chilling out in your bed. No trouble with you whatsoever. We can just fast forward time until somebody comes somewhere nearby to you.
Hey, come on, let me out.
What are you in for, huh? Let's see. Public intoxication.
That's Kent. Because Blade was brought in for something to do with a car. Kent for something to do with booze. So that is Kent, right?
Beautiful. Why'd they even bother?
Aw, shove it already. Just open the gate.
Let's try to limit our alcohol next time, maybe.
I didn't even have that much. How come I passed out?
Okay. The guy up top was also saying Kent drinks a lot but never gets drunk, and Kent himself is surprised by that, suggesting someone drugged this guy. But who and why?
Somebody slipped something in my drink. I still feel groggy.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of guys like you, all claiming they didn't drink that much.
Sure, I'll bet you were totally dry in college or whatever. Having trouble walking straight. Ooh, legs a bit heavier than I remember.
See, more proof that you shouldn't drink in your condition. This way. Let's get you released.
Alright, they just mosey in this direction, and unfortunately, it's about bomb time.
For a fact, my test came back clean as a whistle.
Yeah, don't push it. Drunk or not, you still here. Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Okay. So hang about here. Let's fill in the blanks. We need to figure out who these two people are. They feel now, you know, quite important. We're getting down to the last handful of people. Martin, Blade, and Doug. Now, Martin is a cop. We know that because Tucker said, oh, Martin's always been too keen. So, Doug and Blade, we don't know. Well, we know Blade is, yeah, part of the same group of ne'er-do-wells who are doing something, though might be something unrelated to the bomb. And Doug, he's a mystery. No one's really mentioned him so far. So, right, you two guys are about to arrive. Not saying anything as you arrive. Right, let's try and figure out what's going on here.
What are you doing here?
Got something to take care of is all. Well, I'll be. Blade and Doug? How's life treating you guys?
Shut it, you dumb fuck. Don't act like you know me.
You two, phones, wallets, and whatever you have in your pockets on the desk.
Relax, Schrader. We had a small fender bender. They're accompanying me so we can sort out the details.
Okay. Blade and Doug. And I'm increasingly suspicious. Hang on. How certain am I that's Sting?
Relax, Schrader. We had a small fender bender. They're accompanying me so we can sort out the details.
That feels like something, you know, potentially Martin would say. Wait, I'm just going to double check that's definitely not Martin.
Well, hey there, Captain Martin.
What are you...
Captain Martin! Okay, I don't know why I thought that was Sting, but I thought that was Sting.
Well, I'll be. Blade and Doug?
Right, Blade and Doug. Let's just so you know we don't lose them. Mark them as Blade and Doug now, but we don't know which is which.
They're accompanying me so we can sort out the details.
Alright, they go to presumably interrogation room. No, they go up to the conference room. Right.
It was just a car accident, Captain. Did that really require bringing us all the way in like this? I got somewhere I need to be.
Yeah, are you picking on Doug?
Quiet! Well,
Are you picking on Doug? Right. That's Doug, that's Blade, and this is definitely Martin. So, by process of elimination, whoever's not been named is Sting. Because there's only one person left, so hang on. Is there even someone here right now? We're 1 minute 20 in. That's too early for this meeting. No, someone else must be arriving. Is that the person? Hang on, it's 1, 2, 3 right now. You, buddy, must be Sting. We'll get back to you later, however, because, yeah, that's just process of elimination. So, okay, we know who's who. Let's go back to 1 minute 23. Let's figure out what's going on in, yes, the conference room.
both of you. I'm doing this by the book. And now that we're back at the station, I'm gonna make you take another breathalyzer.
We blew at the scene and it came back negative. What more do you want? You gonna let us go or not?
Congratulations, loudmouth. You're up first. Follow me. You, stay right here.
Okay, let's stick with Doug for the time being. But, by the looks of it, right. He just takes a seat, does nothing. Oh, hang on. He's calling someone.
Tucker, it's me. I'm at your place. Where are you?
He's calling Tucker. Which suggests that maybe Tucker's conversation might have been with Doug. Now, hang on. We can verify that. Let's just, you know, check that Tucker is speaking right now.
Talk now. I'll come find you.
There we go. So obviously by freezing time, you can literally listen to both sides of the conversation back to back. And then Tucker goes and collects Doug, so okay. We know what that means. Let's instead rewind time a bit and, yes, Martin taking Blade off somewhere.
What the hell were you thinking? Hitting a police car? Did it ever occur to you that it might blow your cover?
I had to act fast. The info I've got is crucial for my investigation.
Oh. Right. So while Doug is calling up Tucker, who by the sounds of it is, you know, a cop but dirtying on the criminal side, Blade, who's acting as a criminal, is in fact, yes, an undercover cop who's deliberately caused an accident in order to get himself brought in by Martin so they can have a private discussion.
Raven's going to show up tonight.
What? All right, I want you to tell me everything. I'll send someone to keep Doug busy.
Okay. Martin steps out. Now who's going to keep... you are 100% about to ask Jessica to keep an eye on Doug, aren't you?
Jess, there's a man in the conference room. Go in there and stall him for as long as you can.
Conference room? Why? What did he do?
Car accident. Fake car accident. Only it didn't seem so fake to him. And I need you to keep it that way. Do whatever you need to do, just don't let him leave.
Roger that.
Word on the street is, Raven's in town. So everyone stay vigilant.
Raven?
I don't have all the info, but I'll fill you in once I have more.
Okay. Martin picks up Cassidy. Jessica goes and tries to distract Doug. Right. Well, that's happening, however.
All right, I've sent someone in to stall Doug. Now tell me what you know. But make it quick. That car accident you staged won't buy us much time.
Yeah, Doug was already getting suspicious. Okay, how much do you know about Raven?
I've heard all sorts of things. Some of them are so Hollywood blockbuster, I'm not sure what to believe anymore.
I've been undercover as part of his organization for 2 years. Everything you've heard about him is true. After he pulls off a major heist, he wipes out his crew and gets a new identity. Remember that cargo freighter? The one that blew up in the harbor? Raven's doing. Got what he wanted, murdered his guys, and scuttled the ship with a remotely detonated explosive. All the info we've gathered on him suggests he eventually kills anyone who's seen his face.
That explains why I can't find a single person who knows what this psycho looks like.
To tell you the truth, I wouldn't be able to positively ID Raven if he was standing right in front of me. But if this precious pattern of his means anything, we might have a chance of nabbing him tonight. He's made himself nothing short of a fortune running the rackets in this city the past few years. So when he calls a meeting with all of his associates up at the Mountain Hotel, I'm guessing he's looking to tie up loose ends.
The Mountain Hotel. Right. Kint was up at the Mountain Hotel, and I think Tucker was too. That's where he nabbed Kint.
Even if he claims it's to pass on the Empire to one of his lieutenants.
No wonder Doug's throwing a hissy fit about getting up to that hotel.
He wouldn't miss this get-together for the world. He's been wanting more territory for a while now, and he thinks he's got a shot at the crown. That's why he's so anxious. The rest of the underbosses are probably headed there as we speak. Raven's supposed to show up later.
You don't think by any chance that Doug is Raven?
I don't think he is, but I can't say for certain. A lot of guys will be there. Any one of them could be him. If we sweep up the whole group, we can sort him when we book him.
I guess we'll see. Okay, you head up there with Doug. I'll put together a squad to back you up.
Got it. Now let's make this real. Fucking cops! You ain't got shit on me! DUI. You know for a fact my test came back clean as a whistle.
Yeah, don't push it. Drunk or not, you here. Why are you here? Why are you here?
Okay. So, we now know, yes, who was caught in the bomb blast. So we've got Doug and Tucker. We've got Jessica, who just released Kint from the cell after his intoxication McGibble. We've got Martin, who's accompanying undercover cop Blade. Do we know what Sting and Cassidy were discussing?
It's just you and me now, Sting.
What are you guys trying to pull, huh? I mean, setting up roadblocks and arresting people for no good reason.
Tucker gave the order earlier today. He didn't explain anything, and I had no idea he was trying to catch you.
What's this Tucker up to?
Now that you mention it, Tucker has been acting strange lately. Before he brought you in, he was up at the Mountain Hotel. Picked up a drunk. Guy's still lying and holding.
Mountain Hotel? What are the odds? What's that drunk look like?
Like any other dirty drunk. Had himself a good limp, though.
His leg, was it prosthetic? And did he have a scar on his right eye?
And how do you know all that? You know the guy?
Interesting. Doug's behind this, no question.
Doug? Why's that?
Earlier today, our boss informed us he was going to choose his successor. Only me, Doug, and Kent have a shot, really. Now Doug asked Tucker to lock me and Kent up. It's so obvious. He wants to make sure he's the only candidate.
Damn, you're telling me that drunk was an underboss?
He took a bullet for the boss. That's how he lost his leg. That prosthetic leg of his was a gift from our boss, too. Got anything else for me? I gotta get to that hotel.
Actually, there is something else. I just heard from Martin that it's highly likely Raven's about to resurface.
Raven? Get out of here.
If Martin said so, there's gotta be some truth behind it. You've heard of Raven, too?
Only rumors. Word on the street is Raven kills anyone who gets a look at his face. Once he's made enough money, he runs off and gets himself a new identity. No one even knows what he looks like.
Holy shit! That's cold, man! Don't tell me you're Raven.
If I was him, you'd be the first to go. Just cut this bullshit and get me out of here. Come on.
But what am I gonna tell Tucker?
Let me worry about him. Let's go.
Okay. Why do I suddenly get the feeling that prosthetic leg, Kent said hang about, something about it feeling heavier than it used to, and that might not just be, drunken flavour.
Having trouble walking straight. Ooh, legs a bit heavier than I remember.
See, more proof that you shouldn't drink in your condition.
Okay. Now, I was assuming we could figure out, yes, who picked up, say, a box of evidence or something that had the bomb in it, but the bomb's in Kint's leg. They walk in this direction together. Everyone happens to walk out at the same time. By sheer coincidence, everyone is just here, next to each other, when the bomb goes off, and... right. We know Raven, it kills everyone when it's time for, you know, a disappearing act, the crew needs to go down, etc., etc. The whole crew is meeting at the Mountain Hotel. Therefore, Raven would want to blow up the Mountain Hotel. He goes there early, plants a bomb inside Kint's leg, but then of course Mickey and Chip, by mistake, detonate it early. And if yes, the person who plants the bomb is Raven, that would suggest Tucker is Raven. And in which case, Raven blew himself up by mistake. And we might be able to verify that, because, okay, hang about, let's just go to Dwight in the bathroom here. Is the situation that Dwight attempts to call, yes, like, Tucker, but he can't get through because Doug has already called Tucker. Okay, at 10 seconds past 2, Dwight attempts to reach Tucker, one assumes. Now, is that the moment Tucker's already on the phone with Doug?
Cassidy, take our friend here to the interrogation room. I've got to answer this.
On it.
Okay. Bare minimum, Tucker is already being called by Doug at that point. So, right, the reason Dwight can't get through to either Doug or Tucker is because, yes, they're already calling each other. However, Dwight definitely tried to call someone else later, so we might be able to, yeah, keep an eye on Tucker or Doug's phones at the same time. Here we go. He's trying to call somebody. Now, does somebody's phone go off in here?
What are you doing here?
That idiot Blade hit a cop car.
Okay, neither of those phones are going off, but is it possible that Doug's phone is back here with Schrader? If it is, it's not ringing, so okay. Who's Dwight calling at the moment? Because he's trying to call someone. Oh. It's Kint. Kint's got a phone on him inside this cell. But Kint doesn't answer because Kint is drugged. Not just drunk, fully drugged. Potentially by Tucker. Ah, hang on. Yes, at about 15 seconds to 4 minutes, Dwight makes another call, and it's over at the desk. Someone's phone is ringing, but obviously Schrader's not going to pick up someone else's phone that's just been left at the front desk. So, right, that call doesn't go anywhere. Dwight tries to call Tucker, but Tucker's calling Doug. He tries to call Kint, but Kint is, yes, unconscious. And he tries to call... hang on, I think Sting. Right, he's calling the 3 underbosses. But none of them answer for various reasons. The question then is, yes, who the cock is Dwight? Dwight knows the phone number of all 3 underbosses, and of course has the safe number that detonates the bomb, which does very much make me feel that, like, potentially Dwight is Raven. Okay, I've been going over everything, just making sure I know what I know, making sure everyone's who I think they are, and, right. One tiny extra bit of information, which is, okay, we knew right at the start, yeah, Chip stole Dwight's 2 phones and got brought in for it, and there's a tiny bit more information about that if you stick with, yes, Mickey and Chip outside.
Now, you gonna tell me what's going on?
I was at the Mountain Hotel when I saw that chump hanging outside. Stole the phone right out of his pocket. Didn't realize that lady cop was standing there watching me the entire time.
You
Ow!
shit for brains.
Okay, so, people who are at the Mountain Hotel nice and early, like, you know, the day before the big important meeting when Raven might be about to make an appearance, or alternatively, John. Based on what Blade and Martin said, Raven was never going to appear at the hotel. The entire hotel thing was a setup to basically gather all the underbosses and all the gang in one place so that he could blow them up. Okay. Chip stole Dwight's phones from him outside the hotel. Jessica was also nearby to the hotel. So those two, together with Dwight, they're marked as being at the hotel early. Jessica I followed round. She makes no secret phone calls, nothing of that description. So, I mean, if Jessica is secretly Raven, I can't figure out any evidence to support it, beyond the fact she was there at a time that would theoretically allow her to have put the bomb into Kint's leg. However, I don't believe that's the case. Instead, yeah, based on the available evidence, the most likely person has got to be, in fact, Dwight. Now, Tucker could just be lying when he's trying to help Doug become the new boss, and in fact, you know, he knows he's the Raven all along. However, Tucker seems to have put a lot of effort into the idea that Doug needs to be helped into becoming the overboss, like, he thinks it's legit. But we understand from Blade and Martin it's probably not. It's probably all a setup designed to get them all in the same place at the same time. If anything, Tucker's kind of screwed that up, because by, you know, trying to lock away Sting and lock away Kint, that would mean some people weren't present for the meeting, which is what Raven actually wants. So, instead, we go back to my first thought. Dwight. Dwight knows the number to detonate the bomb. Alright, on top of that, Dwight knows the phone number of all three of the underbosses. And we know from Chip's testimony that Dwight was up at that hotel earlier in the day, which would put him in the right spot to drug Kint and then put the bomb in his leg, ready for the meeting later. On a balance of probabilities, I'm going to say it's not Tucker that's Raven. It's Dwight. So Submit, do you think you've discovered the truth? I mean, I really hope so. I mean, it might still be Tucker, but I feel like, yes, based on what Blade and Martin said, it's not. And apparently, I was right. It turns out I'm a genius at solving crime. So there we go. That there is Unheard Voices of Crime, or to be precise, one case in the middle of the game. There's a few warm-up cases that are a bit simpler. There are later cases that are a lot more complicated, and okay, this I quite like. It takes a simple idea and executes it nicely. It's a fun old time, and in general, I'm always delighted to play a detective game that actually, you know, makes you think, and isn't just a case of, hey, find this one piece of evidence, then the game will tell you what the answer is. Like, any detective game where you've genuinely got to use deduction immediately gets a thumbs up from me. So, well worth a look-see, I'd say. Link in the description below. And if we're very, very lucky indeed, maybe, just maybe, I can find some more excellent detective games in future. We shall flipping see. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been the delightful Unheard. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Oh, also, apparently you've either got a girlfriend or a daughter. Hopefully
That's
a girlfriend.
my girlfriend.
Really, hopefully a girlfriend. No! Stop walking around! Just stay still! Just stay still!
I don't know!
Stop doing laundry! There we go! How are you so bad at escaping from prison?